Okay, I'm going to be really washed out for the beginning. We're going to see who joins us tonight. You might see a sick hubby walk by. He has a fever. Yucky. So I wasn't quite sure if I was going to come on or not, but since I missed last week, I wanted to just get on and even just do something really quick. So most of it will probably be the view of my hands, but I thought that I would get on and just kind of talk a little bit about a card a day in May that I'm participating in, which is something that my team leader, Robin Cardin, who typically goes by my pink stamper, she created 3 years ago, and I did it the first year, I believe, but just a second.
Hey, honey. It's beeping again.
I don't know if he can hear me. But she started with just every day I'm going to either make a card or send a card or both. And so I remember participating in it the first year, and I think I even posted a picture to Instagram every day. I was super faithful about it, but it is a lot of work. So I did create a card yesterday, and I have not blog posted it yet because I kind of switched up what I was trying to do, which was when I started on the 1st, I actually thought it would be fun to take a card that Stampin' Up! Designed to help promote the Share What You Love suite, which I can show you a little bit about. I also have shared a post on my blog about that. So I took a card that Stampin' Up! Designed, and then I kind of twisted it and added some different colors, and that's what I did for my first card for a card a day in May of 2018. And then for the next day, what I did was I took one or more things out of that first day's card, and I used it in my day 2 card. And so I thought that it would be super fun to see if I could go from day 1 using one thing and then taking one thing for each next day to use in the next day's card until yesterday came. And so yesterday morning I got a message from one of my Pink Stamper team members, who is actually Robin's assistant, and she asked me if I was still interested in hosting the scrapbook challenge on our team page, and she had forgotten to message me to tell me when to start, which was Friday. And so I did not post anything on Friday because I wasn't sure if I was still doing it at that point or if she had found someone else, but she had said that she had totally meant to message me and that it was her mix-up. And so I said, well, do you want me to create something really fast right now and just post it a day late, since I'm still interested in participating if they are interested in having me. And so I slept in because it was my first day to sleep in 3 weeks, and it was wonderful. But as soon as I woke up, I got that message. So I created a quick scrapbook page yesterday, and I thought it would be super fun to kind of do a card based off of the scrapbook page that I created for my card that I did yesterday. And so the card that I did not have anything of the previous day in it. So I'm just going to that was a mark, and we're going to take something out of Friday's card to use for today's post, and then I'll just continue out doing it that way, just because I just kind of blew my mind and it didn't go according to what I was planning in the first place. And so I'm going to switch you around so that you can look at this beautiful designer series paper and help me decide what to use for tonight's card that we're going to make, because I have so much paper that is being retired that I just want to use it. So I have not moved my stand or anything, and so it might be a little bit of adjusting. But then I'm going to go grab the card and the scrapbook page that I did for yesterday so that I can show you guys too. So if I have somebody join in, just say hello and I'll try to catch you. I'll turn on my computer too, but I'm going to cover you up and I'm going to flip you around. Okay. Okay, we'll see if I can do this. Put my light up a little bit. I did not get a chance to move things around, so I'm going to flip. And then we will leave it here for just a second. I might move my stand just a little bit more over. It might have been better where it was, but we're just gonna see if I can move things around. Okay, I'm so sorry for making you all dizzy. I'll try to chop that out of the replay. Okay. So I'm going to run and get my scrapbook page that I did, but this is the card that I did, for Fridays, for a card a day in May, and this one is actually the one that I did based off of the scrapbook layout, so I'll be right back. So it's facing down. Okay. Well, this is the scrapbook layout that I made super fast on the fly yesterday, and I was wanting my theme, or my challenge that I did for my team was to pick anything out of the Share What You Love bundle, which I think I might even have a flyer for it, but I posted them all on my blog, so I will put the link underneath so that you guys can see the post about the beautiful things in this suite. So this is actually what I was doing last weekend. So if you can see in that picture, hi Kayla, those are the members of the Devoted Hearts leadership team. We were missing one of our team members, and we actually had a guest in our picture, one of our speakers, Lisa Harper, who is an awesome lady and a fantastic speaker. She was up there when we were taking our picture, and she was like, I want to be in this too. So it was awesome that she just joined us in our picture. So this was the layout that I made super fast yesterday morning. And so for my card that I made yesterday, I made it based off of the scrapbook page. So easy scrapbook layout with a card that just had the sentiment and the size of this changed, since I didn't want it to kind of like take up the whole card using that same cutout. And so I just used the smaller one from the embellishment kit that comes in the Share What You Love bundle. It comes in this beautiful box, and this is actually the statement of the heart that is Stampin' Up's, like, their mission statement. I don't, something like that. So it is actually something that has been like their motto, in their catalogs, what they strive for. And one of my favorite things about the largest Share What You Love Sweet bundle that's available this month is that you can get this on a stamp set, but the only way that we can get it is if we get that largest bundle. And so it's just one stamp, but because it's been their statement for these 30 years that they have it, I thought it was super fun that they put it into a stamp for us demonstrators to get. So that was super, super fun. So it's only available in the month of May to get that specific bundle that has that stamped set in it. It will not be in the annual catalog, and you will not be able to order it after May. So that was one of the things that I was saving up for, saved my extra Stampin' Up! Money. So this is the embellishment kit, what comes in it, and this. So I was using it for a couple of other things that come in the suite. Hi, Miles! And so these laser cutouts are so cool, and they're just very delicate. So that is what I used on the card. Then it comes with some thread and some twine. And then these are some of the other things that come in the Share What You Love bundle. So Stampin' Up's having their 30th anniversary this year. And so the 30th anniversary, if you're going for, I think the first anniversary's paper, that you're supposed to get paper, it's like an old wives' tale thing. But for 30th anniversary, it's actually a pearl. And so these are pearlized doilies. And so I'm going to pull one out to show you how pretty they are. But all of the, well, most of the designer series paper that comes in the stack for this Share What You Love bundle has like pearlized, oh, and that is not even going to do it justice. You cannot even barely see. It's not going to do it justice. So it's kind of like pearly. And it has a couple of things that weren't punched out yet they'll just pop out super easy, but these are so, so pretty. And they also have this side that you can color with a sponge or a spritzer. Like I could put a little bit of rubbing alcohol and some re-inker in a spritzer, and so I could color it whatever color I wanted. And then these are also like the pearls that have adhesive on the back that match the suite. So those were some of the other things that came in that Gotta Have It All bundle, because I always, of course I want it all. So that was what I got in that. So here's a little bit of an example of the pearlized things that are in the designer series paper. I just cut it out just with my paper snips, because I thought that it added a really pretty touch to that card. So that is the card and scrapbook layout that I did for my team. So I'll set that aside, and then maybe you guys could help me decide which one of these designer series paper we should use in tonight's card. So this one I used on day 2 for my card, and I think, let me see if I have it over here. I was kind of cleaning up. There it is. So that is the card that I made for May 2nd. And so this designer series paper comes from this stack. That was just a note card size. So I have that one. And then this paper is in all of the current in colors. And so it's got Tranquil Tide, and then Lemon Lime Twist, and then Powder Pink, Fresh Fig, and then this front one is Berry Burst. So that's another one that we have. This one I'm going to miss a lot when it's gone. This is Coffee Break designer series paper. And so this is, thankfully the stamp set is not retiring, but the paper is. And so it has these super cute polka dots And then it has some like coffee inspired things, and then this side is the coffee beans, and then there's a green version of the coffee and stripes, and then these stripes, and then some cute green with the hearts, and then the beans. The beans are so cute. And then there's some coffee stains, and then some light blue. And so that light blue color, I'm pretty sure, yep, Soft Sky. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. I'm just bumping all over the place. Soft Sky is actually a color that's being retired, and so the blue that you see in this designer series paper is not going to be in the catalog anymore. All right, and so the last kind that I wanted to choose from is this beautiful Petal Passion designer series paper, and I've kind of been in denial that it's leaving because it is some of the most beautiful black and white paper or cardstock ever. It's perfect for coloring it in. I've used it several times on like sponging, or I've used the embossing. I've used Brusho with it on these really pretty flowers and everything. So I thought that if anyone were here, they would help me vote on what designer series paper we would use for tonight's card, and then I will pick my colors based off of what is chosen. So which one would you vote on, Kayla? Which one of those? We could do 1, 2, 3, or 4. One being this one, 2, 3, or 4. So we'll do it that way. And while you're thinking about it, I am going to turn on my computer so that I can see comments when I'm sitting down. It'll be much easier. So we'll do it that way. 3. I was hoping you would choose 3. I should have guessed. I should have just known. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Giving everybody sick stomachache with how much I'm moving today. Okay, so very exciting. So we'll pull them out and then we'll look at which ones. So the stamp set for the coffee break paper is carrying over, and so that'll be super fun that I can still use that. Hi, hello, Leah. Nice to have you. I probably said your name wrong. It's gonna keep happening. So I'm gonna turn on my computer here, and then I'll grab out some color of cardstock to go with our DSP that we're gonna use here. Has such cute little coffee cups. I love that little green one. Okay. So we will go with, and I'm pretty sure that this suite, we'll use the green. This suite actually has a multi-paper pack that is retired already. So this pack, the Coffee Break Designer Series paper, oh awesome, I'm glad I said it right. This one has been retired, but the cool part about it is that all 3 of the colors that are in here are still current colors. And so once you separate them into their places, nothing is retired. Just the pack of those 3 colors together. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use the Crumb Cake cardstock, and I'm gonna make sure I have my video going. There we go. And I muted it so we don't have to listen to myself. So we're gonna use this for our base, and then we might do some early espresso with the dark brown accents on it. But the DSP is not retired yet, And I just checked the inventory status report just to double check what I could tell you was still available. And this one, this designer series paper is still available. So it might be low inventory, but at this point it's still available to order. So we are just going to use it while we can, because it's so beautiful. So let's see what we want to do for, I might use a stamp set that is retiring with this cute coffee break. Well, the stamp set isn't retiring, but we can use one that is maybe for our sentiment. So let me pull out a couple. I have way more stamp sets that are retiring than I would like to admit, and it's very sad. But I think that oh goodness, I should have looked a little bit more before. This is another one that I want to use this week before it's gone. I love that stamp set, and it's being retired. I'm going to leave it out. So be watching on my blog. I'm trying to post every day, hopefully. I'm a little bit behind. I'm a little bit behind in the fact that I did not post yesterday and I have not posted yet today. So I'm thinking I kind of want to use this Hostess set in the city and turn this cute little shop here into a Starbucks, and we can just do the green, hi Rhonda, we'll do the green awning for it, and maybe use some blender pens to color that in. What do you think? You like that idea? And then we'll use some of the coffee inspired paper. Starbucks always reminds me of my Emma girl, who is Rhonda's niece, because that was our spot. We would always meet up to have our little chats. And so she now works at our Starbucks that we went to. So you like that idea, Kayla? Awesome. We'll go with it. So I'm going to use, I'll probably use a little bit of this, and I'm going to use a strip of that. We'll just kind of make it up as I go. This is what I do. I usually will start by like picking the designer series paper that I really like, and maybe we'll cut some of these little coffee cups out. We'll see. No, we're gonna use this. It's just too fun. Okay, so we're gonna go with the crumb cake base, and then I'm gonna do the images in Whisper White, and we will scooch this aside. I'm gonna do the whole back. I can't. Here, I'll move it over. I'm gonna do the whole back in this designer series paper. I really like those stripes. I like how many colors it brings in. So I'm gonna do this one at almost 5.5, not quite, and then I'm going to do it by like 4 1/8 or something. I'm not 100% sure if that is an 8, but I like to give just a tiny little border of the original color behind it that just has like teeniest little border around it. So we're going to do that one, and then we're going to do this coffee bean for a strip down the middle. And so that one we're going to put at 1.5 inches. We'll just kind of do that down the center, and then we're going to go all the way to that same mark for our coffee bean. And then what we're going to do is, I think that is the paper we're going to use. So I can put this down, and then I'll find some Whisper White to do our image of the cute little, we're gonna call it Starbucks, but our cute little cafe, Starbucks cafe. And let me see if I have any scraps, because I should have some scraps. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're going to use this little piece of Whisper White. I created I printed out some of these things that Stampin' Up! Has for us that give us their color. So these are the new in colors that are coming out. Actually, you can order them a part of a bundle right now to get the 5 new in colors. The Blueberry Bushel, the Call Me Clover, Pineapple Punch, Grapefruit Grove, which is also in the Share What You Love suite, and then the Lovely Lipstick. And so it just gives some colors that they have paired it with, just as an example. And so this is one of my pieces that I had left over from doing all of those that they have. I'm waiting on a small scrapbook because they made these to fit inside of the scrapbook, that you can just flip through them if you're needing some inspiration and stuff. So we're gonna get out our, I'm gonna use the Memento ink for this one, because actually I might switch it up and use some early espresso so that it matches the brown tones that we're working with. I'm going to move these scraps down, and we will use the early espresso, I think, this time. But we are retiring our archival colors, our basic black and our basic gray in the archival, because they are reformulating those colors. Let's see. I have misplaced my early espresso. Where is it? Let me see if I have my Stampin' spot, in case I can't find it. I didn't use it, did I? I'll find one just to get us by tonight. There we go. That'll work until I can find my big one. But so they're discontinuing our archival inks, and so I will be using our Memento ink much more regularly now. So I moved that over. I have a very dirty Stampin' block, which I'm just going to take this is actually a Norwex cloth, an Enviro cloth, that I just, I can just rinse it with water, but it just helps me when I don't have my Stampin' scrub handy. I can use that Enviro cloth for it. I got it from one of my friends in Omaha, Stacy. So here's our little shop. It's so cute. So we'll put that on our block here. And what I think I want to do, I kind of want to do the monochromatic, like we're going to do some other buildings next to it, and only color in the Starbucks building. So we'll try that. This stamp set, this Hostess stamp set in the city, will be retired at the end of May. It is one of my favorite ones. I think it's the only set that I have that is a Hostess set out of this annual catalog. But I just thought it was so fun. And it has so many things that you can do for kids too. If I was like wanting them to participate, they could drive or make a city street or color it in if I had them stamped out already. So that was one of the things that drew me into it. So let's do a couple of the taller skyscraper buildings. we'll just kind of make our little city street. And then we'll color in our Starbucks. So we'll do this one. And then I might do our little Starbucks next to the tall building. I kind of like that they're not super straight. That's one of my favorite things about it. And then let me see if I can find a smaller building. Or maybe I'll do this tall, skinny one. That'll fit. What's everybody up to tonight? Hope you didn't miss me too much last week. I was like so exhausted from doing Devoted Heart stuff. And we had another really sad funeral on Sunday after church. So I needed the night to rest. And we actually took our family to see Infinity Wars on Sunday night. So that was a whole thing to process all of its own. It was not great timing on our part to have a really heavy emotional weekend and then go to see that movie. I'm going to just stop there. No more spoilers in case you haven't seen it, but I feel like you need a counselor after that one. To put it very bluntly, our youngest was not able to finish watching it and actually only made it into the movie for about 40 minutes before he asked Jeff to take him out. So I was stuck there with the older two without my buffer. And I don't like going to those movies without you fell asleep. Okay, you must have been really tired. I don't think that I could have fallen asleep with that movie. But yeah, so I love those movies and I think they did a really good job with it, but I feel like it helps if you kind of know the comic, which I didn't until after Jeff had finished watching it. So what we did was he took Malachi out and did not finish watching it, and I sat there with the older two and then had to give them the whole, okay, Dad hasn't finished watching this, so you cannot say a word. You can't say a word to Dad because he has not seen it, and so we don't want to spoil it for him. And so thankfully we were able to, or he and I actually went on Monday to see it. We let the kids put themselves to bed for the first time without a babysitter. So that was a monumental thing in our house. That was a rite of passage in a way. So what I've done is I've inked up early espresso for our little city. And we're gonna leave that. I'm not even gonna mess with that part right there because it's okay with me that it is a little bit softer. And then I'm going to clean off my stamps. So we were able to go watch it on Monday night on Jeff's day off. And we went to the 7:30 showing, and then when we got back, the kids were all asleep already, so success. So I'm just using my Stampin' Scrub with my Stampin' Mist to clean my stamps really quick. And so I was very excited to have been able to process what I had seen with Jeff after he had finally seen it. So I'm just going to put my stamps away here. These are the photopolymer stamps, and they're the see-through clear stamps. And Stampin' Up! has started putting more and more of the photopolymer in their catalogs because they're very popular in the fact that you can see through them. But they're not available. a lot of the sets are either only photopolymer or only the clear mount, which is still the red rubber and the wood mount stamps. So there's not as many of the photopolymer ones in there, but they will probably continue to put more and more of those in the catalog as they go. All right, I am looking for my garden green, which is also missing. It's probably because it's going to be retired, isn't it? Can't remember if I have that one. I have it in a Stampin' spot, so we'll use that. And I'll show you another trick. So we're going to use a blender pen, if I can find it. We're going to use a blender pen to color our green awning. And I'm going to pull it out of my box here. And then we will use, I feel like that's not a dark enough of a green, but maybe I'm guessing the wrong thing. Let me look. It is garden green. Okay, we're good. I was thinking that wasn't dark enough. I have not even opened that Stampin' spot yet. Okay, so I'm gonna open up my Stampin' spot. These Stampin' spots are what come in the paper pumpkin kit. That is a monthly subscription that Stampin' Up! Has. And they are $19.95 per month. And it's kind of one of those subscriptions that you don't know what the kit is until it comes to you. And that's including demonstrators. We have no idea what they are until they come. So what I'm doing is I'm just pushing my Stampin' spot, my ink pad, down on our clear block. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my blender pen, the Stampin' Up! Blender pen, and I'm going to just ink up my blender pen with the ink there, and I'm going to use that to color the little awning here in our garden green, and it'll match our little coffee theme that we have going here. So we are just gonna take a little bit of color. These blender pens are so fun because all you have to do a different color is just to use some scratch paper to just like get the ink out of it by just running it clear. And then you can use it on the next color. So they're super, super fun, and they last a super long time. They come in three in one pack. And so if you have a lot of the inks, but you don't have any of the markers, I would really recommend just getting the blender pen, and I just use a clear block to have mine. So I'm going to do a green door too because I just think they're so cute. All right, so that's our little Starbucks, and I'm just going to run my blender pen, run all the ink out of it, and that is good. Where did I put the lid? Over here. All right. So anybody else doing anything fun tonight? And then I can just use a tissue to clean it off. When I'm done with it, I just wipe the ink right off of it. Maybe we can find a sentiment in this stamp set that we can use with the green and pull it out. Let's see. We could do Hope It's a Wonderful Day in Your Neighborhood. Or maybe we'll take it from a different stamp set. Could do that too. We could use the stamp set that I used in Friday's card, and we'll call this the thing I like that idea. We're gonna do Oh Hello Friend. So this stamp set that I used, Oh So Eclectic in Friday's card, I used this one, and then the You're Just Lovely for the sentiment there. So when I'm doing my post, I can say that this is the thing that we took out of Friday's card to use for today's card. So that'll be fun. So I'm going to use Oh Hello Friend, and I'm going to use the Garden Green, and I'll do it in the middle here, because I could send this to a friend, only oh, that's a bad situation. It doesn't surprise me at all that he thinks it's funny when he gets in trouble. It's because he's so cute. That little boy. He's so cute. I'm going to put it right over the building, because when I think of Starbucks, I think of a friend. I think of coffee being my friend. I went to Starbucks 3 times this week because they kept sending me things telling me that I could get things cheaper. And I got a gift card for the Administrative Professionals Week that was pretty recent. I can't remember if it was this week or last week. And so I had extra free money to spend on it. So that was fun. Okay, so now what I want to do is I'm going to trim it down, I think, to see the pretty designer series paper a little bit more. So we will move this card. And no, I don't think cleaning is fun. I avoided it all day yesterday because it was the first day off that I had had in 3 weeks. And so I decided that I was not going to use my first day off doing something that I don't enjoy. So I made a scrapbook page, and I organized some stuff, which sounds boring now that I say it out loud, but it was still more fun than cleaning. Organizing is different in my boat. I felt very accomplished after it. And I took my son to a garage sale that one of his friends from school was having, so that I could meet his family and stuff. So that was what I did yesterday. Oh, and I went on a double date with my hubby, and he's the store manager of the game store that we like to go to in town. So that was really fun too. So I'm gonna do where it has a line of hearts above it and below it, and that's gonna be how we frame it. Or maybe I'll do it like this. And maybe we're gonna put a layer of we'll do this. So that'll be our background, and then I'm gonna do the early espresso, and we'll do a little border around it. I'm glad I'm not the only one that thinks that organizing is different than cleaning, because I really feel like it is an enjoyable thing if I can get it done. It's not a stressful thing if I get to organize. I feel very accomplished when it comes to that. All right, so I'm going to pull out my Snail Adhesive. I'm sorry if I seem very boring tonight. I'm still catching up on energy. I'm probably trying to be overly quiet because Jeff doesn't feel good. But his stomach has been weird, or not his stomach, but he has a fever, but his stomach is fine. He just posted a thing on Facebook asking doctors and nurses what is wrong with him, which is funny to me because they probably can't tell him without looking at him and seeing him in person anyways. But they told him that it's probably just something that needs to play out if he has a fever and he doesn't have many other symptoms, like he's still able to eat. I'm just thankful he's not like throwing up or those yucky things. So we'll do that for, I love it. And I feel like you can just assume that this is inspired by one of our favorite places. You like it? So I'll put these layers together and then we'll pop this one up. So we're gonna put Snail Adhesive down. I love these simple cards like this. And then this will go in the middle. It's gonna have a little bit of the top and the bottom. Just like that. And then we're gonna put Snail Adhesive on this layer. I should see what kind of, if I have any ribbon that would match this, that I could add to it. We have a lot of ribbon that usually retires. Ooh, I know what else I could do. I don't know if these would go with it. Oh good, I'm glad you like it. We'll do the heart. We'll do the heart. I have these little Corrugated Elements, and actually I think they might be carrying over, which is super fun. But they have like a little tea tag that you can hang from a coffee cup, which is so cute. I'm gonna use the heart because I love it. We'll put it like right over here in the middle. Do you like that? I think I do. Okay, so this will be another layer of our card. So I'm going to use up some of my old the edges to my Stampin Dimensionals, and I just like to trim the edges like this so that I can use up all of the edge. So nothing goes to waste, even though this comes with 300 dimensionals and they last a long time. I still like to use the edges too. I'm glad you're hanging out with me. So first we will put these dimensionals around the edges, and I need to remember to put this up on YouTube too so that other people can watch it. I always forget that part because my phone won't, it never has enough space on it to like save the video and then move it, and so I just keep forgetting to put it on my YouTube channel to watch later. Alright, so I probably used way more dimensionals than I needed to. I'll do 2 in the middle. But when you're using the extras from around the edge, you can do this, I suppose. Okay, so first we'll do this on the back of our card, and then maybe we can think of something to put on the inside, because that is something else that I've been inspired to do lately. One of my other crafting friends, her name is Sharon, she goes live on her crafting page on Monday nights, but she likes to decorate the inside of her cards too, so that when people open them up, there's still something fun inside. And so I thought, she's so fun and I love when she does the insides. Maybe I should do that sometime. So maybe we will use the stamp set that is not retiring, the Coffee Cafe stamp set, and we'll take these little coffee beans that kind of match the front, and we'll put some along the bottom or in the corner down here. So we'll do that with our early espresso. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna take all the backings off of all these billions of dimensionals that I just put on here, and we will finish up the front of our cute little coffee card, which I love. I had no idea what I was gonna do tonight, so I'm so glad that you could join me to help me decide what I was gonna do. Okay, and so we will put this on the middle part of our card where our little hearts are showing on the top and the bottom. And then we are going to put, I think I have one of these small enough that will fit on the back of this little cute corrugated heart So it'll be raised up even another layer on this top part. So stinking cute. I love it. What do you think? I love it. So now we will go on the inside and we will find our little coffee beans. And we will do some coffee beans in the bottom corner in our early espresso. Man, I'm so glad I had these little Stampin' spots handy for when I can't find my ink. So we'll just add some little coffee beans in the corner here. That's cute. And I'll do a couple in the top corner. I actually have some coffee beans that I have put into I'm pretty sure it's a margarita glass, but I don't make margaritas, so I'm really not sure. That I just filled it with coffee beans because I like the smell of it in my kitchen. So that is what we'll do on the inside of our card. And I love how it came out. It's so cute. So thanks for hanging out with me tonight. And keep watching my blog and my business page here for what I create on the rest of this week. And at this point, I'm still planning on going live next Sunday, even though it's Mother's Day. I'm pretty sure it'll be business as usual in my house. So that came out so fun. You could put a little Starbucks gift card in there. That would be so cute. So I love the stamp set that we used today. We used a couple. We used the In the City, the Hostess stamp set. That is only available through the end of May, and actually you have to have a $150 order in order to qualify for this stamp set. But it's perfect timing because if you get the second level of the Share What You Love suite, if you liked that suite that I showed you earlier with the scrapbook pages, you would qualify for this stamp set with that order. So it's super cute. And so then we used the sentiment from the Oh So Eclectic, and then we took the Coffee Cafe for our little coffee beans to match our designer series paper. So I hope you had fun tonight, and I hope you have a great week. And just keep watching for more posts about a card a day in May 2018. So I will see you all later. Have a great night. Bye-bye.